I remember the first time I watched a found footage horror video. I couldn't tell you exactly how old I was, but I still remember the feeling. The atmosphere, the tension, the uncanny sense that something wasn't right. Once the screen went black, it stuck with me. Many of you know that feeling. For me, it came from No Through Road, a masterpiece of found footage horror, over a decade old, released on January 15th in 2009, with over 4 million views. But the real question is, would these events actually have happened? It begins with an abrupt TV signal disruption, that classic analog flicker that instantly pulls you in, followed by a logo that looks like it belongs to some kind of authority group or public service. Another brief scene appears, providing context as if this were an actual case file or news report, even showing why we supposedly have access to the footage at all. We then cut to 4 teenagers inside a car, driving through the quiet English countryside. They are joking, teasing each other, just being normal teens on a late night drive. But as they continue down the road, they come across a tunnel marked by a single sign, No Through Road. It feels harmless, just another old road sign. But in hindsight, it's a warning, a glimpse of what's waiting ahead. None of them realize it yet, but this is where their night begins to change. After noticing the sign, they still drive through it. One of them mentions that the sign with the name of the farm was recently on the news.
Hall Farm was in the news. I don't know what it was, I can't remember.
Another subtle indicator of what's to come for these teens. As they continue driving down the road, one of them says,
I don't think we should be here, it's like a private road or something.
"We shouldn't be here. It's a private road." The teens continue driving for a while, making jokes to pass the time until they can exit the road they are on.
Someone tell me a joke to cheer me up.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I don't know, I'm really lost.
Soon, they begin to notice their phones and GPS aren't working anymore.
James's GPS on his phone has stopped working.
There are no lights anywhere nearby, no sense of time, almost as if they've accidentally entered limbo, a state of in-between, no way out. As they stop in the middle of the road, unsure of what to do, they spot a dead rabbit. The person behind the camera says,
It's like perfectly preserved as well, it's really weird.
After a little more driving, they stop again to look for any visible lights, and all of a sudden...
What is he? Steve! Get back in! Drive!
What's the matter, man?
Drive!
Panicked, shouting for the driver to move, warping into static before cutting back to chaos. They are now speeding down the road as the one who ran back explains what he saw.
Oh, there was someone, and he was like wearing some sort of mask.
After the others hear that, fear starts to sink in, for them and for the audience watching. As they speed through the dark countryside, one of them says,
It's so familiar, isn't it?
they spot a road sign and tell the driver to slow down.
Wait, stop, no.
It's the same one from before. And yet again, after driving in a straight line with no turns, the same sign appears once more. They decide to turn around, hoping to find a way out. One of them asks for music to break the silence.
You put the radio on?
Yeah, but might as well. Hang on a sec, I can't get the seat right.
What is this?
Just when it feels like things might calm down, the audio distorts. A repeating beat, a woman's humming voice, echoing through the static. After some more driving, they reach a roundabout and finally feel relieved when they spot a new sign, different from the one they've seen 3 times before. They laugh again, making jokes to shake off the tension as they continue toward the town they have been trying to reach all along. One of them tries to prank the others.
Leave it here, guys.
Lost.
Turn the lights on.
They are back at the tunnel, the same tunnel from before. No one knows why or how. When they try to leave, the car won't move.
What are you doing? Turn it back on.
It's not me.
I can't.
Turn the bloody lights on!
He's there. The man one of them saw earlier, standing in front of the car, blocking the road. The radio turns on by itself, playing that same distorted tune from before. Each time the lights flicker, the man gets closer. The teens panic, trying to escape, but he follows. The camera shaking violently, the screams fill the air. The cameraman bolts from the car, sprinting into the dark, heading straight back toward the tunnel that started it all. Behind him, the car engine starts to roar, speeding toward him as the radio's sound grows louder and louder. Thinking he's safe, the teen turns around.
I think I'm okay.
Flashes of distorted footage rapidly flickering between the events of that night and moments when everything seemed normal. The amount of tricks and subtle use of psychological triggers throughout this piece is incredible. The sensory overstimulation towards the end, the random eerie music, the terror from the teens, the engine roaring loud. It isn't random, it's a deliberate use of sensory overload, meant to override our brain's ability to process information calmly and clearly. The amygdala, the part of our brain responsible for fear and threat detection, takes control and sensory overstimulation occurs, along with other tactics used in horror. By sprinkling these moments throughout the video, instead of saving them all for the end, the creator uses unpredictability, another core horror mechanic. While our brains constantly look for patterns to feel safe, there aren't any here. Your nervous system stays on alert, keeping you subconsciously tense because you don't know what's coming next. This technique mirrors what's known in psychology as intermittent reinforcement, a pattern seen in addiction studies, where random rewards make the brain hyper-focused and anxious. That's part of the reason why this piece holds your attention, even when you don't want it to. By the time the final sensory barrage hits, you've already been conditioned by all those smaller disruptions that came before. Your body reacts even before your mind does, which is why the last scene feels so chaotic and invasive. It's not just loud or distorted, it's exploiting the way human perception breaks down under too much input. No Through Road isn't the only great piece of found footage horror. You have the OGs, Paranormal Activity, The Blair Witch Project, Wreck, VHS, and many more. But only a few capture what No Through Road did so effectively, especially considering it was made with such a small budget and just a group of teens. For example, The Blair Witch Project thrived on raw confusion and isolation, with a gradual build-up that kept you uneasy. Tension layered carefully like seasoning in a perfect dish. I could go on and on about the many films that achieved a similar effect, but we'd be here for hours, maybe longer. Even though it was released back in 2009, it's still remembered to this day. It convinced many people that it was real, not staged, and honestly, it could still do the same thing for a new audience today. The unknown force, the unexpected events, and the steady build-up make No Through Road a piece that will stick with viewers for years to come. No Through Road still stands as one of the most convincing and well-crafted pieces of found footage horror that I've seen so far. It reminds us that horror doesn't need big budgets, monsters, or heavy effects. Sometimes all it takes is a camera, a few friends, dedication, and the right story to make you truly feel fear. Even now, it captures that same uneasy realism that makes found footage work in the first place. The idea that this could actually happen somehow, some way. It's short, simple, and unforgettable. So if you've never seen No Through Road, I highly recommend watching it for yourself. It'll be linked in the description in case you decide to check it out. And if you enjoy videos like this, exploring horror in all its forms, uncovering why it scares us, and what makes it feel too real, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Because as long as there are videos out there, I'll be here uncovering them, one tape at a time.